spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with another Spider-Man I Wonder. This is Spider-Man I Wonder Episode 2. One thing I've always wondered is why is it that in Spider-Man TAS they made Kingpin the main villain. Now, like when I think about it, it kind of makes sense because you know, Kingpin's basically a crime lord, and so he would have access to a lot of people, and especially villains in New York. And one thing I've always found interesting about Kingpin is the fact that, at least in this series, and this is the only one that I've seen it in, his headquarters is in the Chrysler Building, which is kind of odd, but you know, when I first watched it, I just rolled with it. I mean, I can't say that I really questioned their decision, though, because Kingpin makes a very good villain in the series. As a matter of fact, this is probably my favorite depiction of Kingpin of all time. And I've seen Kingpin in numerous other Spider-Man media, whether it be, you know, the live-action Kingpin. Well, the live-action Kingpin wasn't in Spider-Man; it was in Daredevil. But Kingpin also appeared in that computer-generated Spider-Man series, also. But he didn't really work for me in that. I'm not sure whether or not he's appeared in Ultimate Spider-Man because I haven't watched it lately because, you know, it's not very good. But I just love the Kingpin in the series. That's one thing I've basically always wondered about, like, why is it they chose Kingpin as the main villain? Like, you would usually expect them to choose somebody like the Green Goblin, but if you really think about it, even from the beginning, Kingpin was a more important villain and more influential villain than the Green Goblin, despite the fact that the Green Goblin is, you know, Norman Osborn, and basically he's a corporate mogul, I guess. So you would expect him to be able to have similar amounts of influence, but if you actually watch the series, you'll know that Osborn is essentially sort of in some way subordinate to Kingpin. Like, I don't think there's anyone who really commanded Kingpin in the series. Like, he's pretty much his own boss, and he's managed to get some of the best villains in the series. You know, not only let's say Hobgoblin, but also he managed to hire Rhino, Shocker, at a certain point at least, although they didn't stay hired by Kingpin for long. Doc Ock, Mysterio, and a few others. And of course there's Smythe, who I also liked in the series. But yeah, that's basically about it. I mean, while I wondered why they made Kingpin the main villain instead of, let's say, Green Goblin, such as tradition, but I think it worked out in the end. Anyway, see you guys later.